Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something super important for anyone who uses Google Drive for Works, especially if you're part of a larger team or department. Google is rolling out a significant update to how file sharing permissions work, and it's going to change the way we manage access to our files. Now, don't worry, I'm going to walk you through exactly what's changing and give you a clear step-by-step solution to make sure your files remain secure and accessible to the right people. So, what's the big deal? Google is introducing a new security feature that will affect how permissions are inherited in Drive. Historically, if you placed a file inside a shared folder, that file would automatically inherit the permissions of the folder. For example, if your whole department had access to a folder, any file you dropped in there would instantly be accessible to everyone in the department. While convenient, this sometimes led to accidental oversharing, where a sensitive file meant for only a few people became visible to the entire team. To address this, Google is making a change. Soon, when you try to add a file to a shared folder, Drive will give you more granular control. Instead of automatically applying the folder's broad permissions, it will prompt you to confirm who gets access. This means ULL have a clearer choice. Either keep the file's access limited to only the people it's already shared with, or expand its access to match the wider audience of the folder. This is a fantastic security improvement, but it does require us to be more mindful when sharing. Let's imagine a common scenario. You have a department projects folder that's shared with your entire 50-person department. Inside this folder, you create a new document for a special project, and you only want to share it with the 5 people on your immediate project team. Under the old system, you'd have to create the document, share it with your 5 team members, and then be very careful when moving it into the department folder to avoid accidentally giving access to all 50 people. With the new update, the process will be much safer. When you move that same document into the department projects folder, a dialog box will pop up. It will ask if you want to give access to everyone who can see the department projects folder, or if you want to keep the current, more restrictive sharing settings. This is your chance to prevent unintended access. By choosing to keep the current settings, your file remains secure with only your 5 project members, even though it's now neatly organized within the main department folder. This is what Google calls maintaining limited access. Conversely, if you do want everyone in the department to see the file, you can choose the option to update the sharing permissions. This is called granting expansive access. The key takeaway here is that you, the file owner, are now in the driver's seat. You have the final say on who gets to see your files, which significantly reduces the risk of data leaks. Now, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you'll take when this change rolls out. Let's say I have a file here called Q3 Project Proposal. Right now, it's only shared with my manager, Sarah. I want to move this file into our shared marketing team folder, which is accessible to our entire marketing department. First, I'll locate my file Q3 Project Proposal. I can right-click on it and select Organize, then Move. Alternatively, I can simply drag and drop the file directly into the marketing team folder in the sidebar. As soon as I do that, the new Google Drive dialog box will appear. This is the new step in the process. The box will present me with two main choices. The first option will be something like, give access to everyone who can view Marketing Team folder. This is the expansive access option. If I choose this, every single person in the marketing department will now be able to view my proposal. The second option will say something like, keep current sharing settings. This is the limited access option. If I select this, only Sarah will retain access, even though the file is now physically located in the shared folder. For my Q3 project proposal, it's still a draft, and I only want my manager's feedback for now. So I'm going to choose the second option. Keep current sharing settings. I'll click that, and then click the Move button to confirm. And that's it. My file is now organized in the correct folder, but its privacy is maintained. But no one else in the marketing team has been notified or given access. It's secure. Let's take another example. Suppose I've just finished a document with team holiday party details. This is something I want everyone in the department to see. The file is currently just in my private My Drive folder. I'll drag it over to our department announcements folder. Again, the dialog box pops up. This time, because I want everyone with access to the folder to see it, I will select the first option to grant expansive access. Once I click Move, the file's permissions will be updated, and everyone in the department can now see the party details. This change is all about being intentional. It forces a moment of consideration before you share, which is a great habit to build. So, what should you and your team do to prepare? First, communicate. Make sure everyone in your department is aware of this upcoming change. Share this video or your own internal documentation explaining the new workflow. The biggest risk is people being surprised by the new pop-up and just clicking through without understanding the implications. Second, review your current folder structures. Is there a clear logic to how your team organizes files? Maybe it's a good time to tidy things up. Create specific folders for specific teams or projects. This will make the sharing decisions much more intuitive. If a file is going into a top secret Project X folder, it's pretty clear you'll want to keep the access limited. Third, as a best practice, always start by creating your file with the most restrictive permissions possible. Create it in your private My Drive and only share it with the essential individuals first. Then, once it's ready for a wider audience, you can move it to a shared folder and consciously decide to expand its access. This secure by default approach is the best way to prevent accidental data exposure. For department heads and IT admins, this is a great opportunity to reinforce data security policies. Remind your teams about the importance of the principle of least privilege, giving access to those who absolutely need it. This new Google Drive feature is a powerful tool to help enforce that principle on a daily basis. So, to recap the solution, when you move a file into a shared folder, you will be prompted to make a choice. To keep the file private for a smaller group, choose the option that says Keep Current Sharing Settings. This maintains limited access. To share the file with everyone who has access to the folder, choose the option that says Give Access to Viewers of the folder. This grants expansive access. This update is designed to empower you and protect your information. It might take a little getting used to, but once you understand the logic, it becomes a simple and powerful part of your workflow. It puts a crucial security checkpoint right where you need it most. I hope this step-by-step guide was helpful. The key is not to be intimidated by the new dialog box. Understand your two choices: limited or expansive access, and choose the one that fits the specific file you're reworking with. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to like and subscribe for more tips on making your digital life easier and more secure. See you in the next video.